Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a few cottagecore things and I thought I'd show you a few of them. So the first thing is, if you're looking for something to do, I'd highly recommend going outside. Just have a look around you. I think the whole point of cottagecore is just to enjoy nature, so I'll often find myself just sitting outside on the lawn or admiring the view. I'm very fortunate to live on a farm, so I know this isn't possible for everyone, but it's definitely a really great way to spend your time and I highly recommend it. Another great thing to do is drink some tea. This is a staple for any cottagecorean, if that's even a word, I'm not sure. But I love tea, so I just took some out to the garden. Next, try some baking. I actually made this bread with my mum, so I cannot take credit for this entirely, but it was really good. This was just a loaf of ciabatta. We also tried some mini mince pies, they were pretty good. Another thing I really enjoy doing is just heading outside and reading. It's just so refreshing to read outside as opposed to indoors. I do read at night in my bed and that's lovely, but reading in the garden, it's just with the nature around you and the breeze and everything, it's just so lovely. So I would highly recommend that as well. And here is me. I got a bit absorbed in this book. I was reading Rebecca and I kind of forgot I was filming, so this is when I remembered. Next, try some thrifting. These are just some of the clothes I've thrifted recently, so I just thought I'd show you. I was very pleased with the pink blouse. And then I found these shoes. I was so excited. If you know the brand Hot Chocolate Design, you'll know what a steal these were. I actually found these in a thrift store. They're basically brand new. I don't think they've even been worn. And they were my size and I was just so excited. So I thought I'd show you all. Another idea is you could try a jigsaw puzzle. These are actually really fun. I don't get why they get hated on so much. This is a great way to pass the time. The next thing is I went outside for a longer walk, so just taking a walk across the countryside. As I said, I live on the farm, so I just went out across the farm with my dogs. Specifically Scout, as you can see, he's my border collie and he is very energetic and needs lots and lots of runs. You can also see my miniature horse in the background. I'm very lucky to live on a property with pine forest as well, so I go in there a lot. Another thing I like to do is I just go for country drives. I was in the passenger seat, don't worry. Something else you can do is just buy a new plant. I also like to write poetry. So the next thing is just get some fresh flowers. You can either buy these or grow these yourself. My mum buys and grows amazing flowers. She grew these lilies herself and I got to have them in my room, which was amazing, so I quickly took these once they were in a vase. Another thing I really enjoy doing is just journaling. This isn't specifically cottagecore, but I find it really relaxing. Another thing is scrapbooking. I do a lot of scrapbooking. These aren't my own images. I just feel really pretty, so I have a lot of them all scrapbooked, and they're kind of my inspiration for bedrooms and things, which is pretty cool. And then another thing is I love studying new things. So there's so many options here. You can just study your interests. I've made a quick list of a few of the things I love to study, but honestly you can study anything. So a few of the things I've got on here: herbal uses, poetry. I love romantic poetry. I highly recommend it if you are into poetry. Baking. Mythology is really fun. Plants, languages, especially things like romantic languages, that's really cool. Sewing, knitting, crafting, woodworking. And animals is actually really fun to study as well. And then lastly, I love looking at new Netflix shows. I would highly recommend you try and find some new Netflix shows. I've got a few here that I would recommend. I loved Bridgerton, that was amazing. I would highly recommend Bridgerton. And Anne with an E is based on Anne of Green Gables, which is very cottagecore. And I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video and enjoyed this video of Scout being Scout.